Had the Palestinian sold his land? Robbed territory of Palestine was one of the largest land looting in history. One of the most unusual phenomena in the dispute over Palestine was the necessity that arose to demonstrate the evidence of the Arabs and their arguments. English historian Arnold G. Toynbee. Had the Palestinian sold his land? As promoted by Zionist propaganda, the land of Palestine was bought with their money, which led to very serious concepts that have spread among many Arab writers and publics about selling the land since the occupation of Palestine in 1948 till the present time. Defamation has hurt the Palestinians more than poverty itself. The most painful accusations were that they have sold their land or fled cowardly. British researcher Rosemary Syke. To refute this propaganda, the following historical facts are presented. Until 1948, Zionists have seized 2 million acres out of 27 million acres of Palestinian land using the following methods. 1. Fraud and collusion. Settlers have got 650,000 acres through bypassing the Ottoman laws and then with the help of Turkish governors who were appointed by the Union and Progress government, which had more than 90% as Jewish members. The great majority of Arabs didn't sell their land, and even many owners of the larger property such as Al-Husseini family that retained their properties till the end. British historian John Roddy. 2. British mandate. More than 600,000 acres were granted by the Jewish High Commissioner and the government representative Herbert Samuel to the Jewish Agency as follows: 175,000 acres of the most fertile coastal lands of Palestine in Haifa and Java, 75,000 acres on the Dead Sea for establishing the Potash Company, vast unknown area land in the Negev, 200,000 acres at nominal prices, 165,000 acres of the land of Sultan Abdul Hamid in the areas of Hola and Bisan. The British Mandate administration was definitely Jewish, and if the world had known the truth about the methods used to seize the land of Palestine from its original people in the early days of the invasion and the Zionist occupation, or if this had been allowed to be known, the world would have expressed its utter discontent and disgust. No doubt that the methods used to seize the land from Palestinians were acknowledged by the Jewish High Commissioner and the government representative Herbert Samuel, Henry Ford in his book The International Jew. 3. Absent senior Arab landlords. Arab feudal landowners had received the vast agricultural lands under Ottoman rule. Many of them had also used the chance of Zionist settlement to deal with the Jews. This had ultimately forced the farmers and their families to leave their lands a few decades before the actual Nakba. Currently, no one can or want to declare the seize of land sold through fraud and deception, or talk about the percentage of vacant land and the number of Palestinians negatively affected, Jewish writer Amira Haas. 4. Palestinian peasants. Jews had got 261,400 acres from Palestinian owners, which was equivalent to 0.5% of the total territory of Palestine. Some of the land was seized as a result of expropriation uterus law, carrying out execution of the British court's rulings or very harsh economic conditions due to unreasonable taxes or opportunists. Some families were forced to sell their land to pay off debts, pay government taxes, or to get cash to feed their families. Expert Englishman Louis France in a report entitled Arabs Without a Land, which was supported by expert John Hope Simpson. Despite all Zionist mechanisms, the Jews owned only 6.6% of the land of Palestine by 1947. 5. 1948. Ethnic purification, the massacres and displacement. There were only 90 Palestinian villages left within the limits border announced by Israel in 1949. The remaining villages were destroyed, including homes, garden walls, and even cemeteries and tombstones. Literally, no standing stone was left aside. Visitors are told that these seen villages and the whole area was a desert. Jewish professor Israel Shahak. 6. Forgery. Experience suggests that counterfeiting property documents is very easy. It's also well known that there were 6 to 7 arranged gangs specialized in taking over the territory, particularly in Beit Hanina and Shufat. It's quite doubtful that there will be another team reflecting the situation of no government authority in East Jerusalem, causing the chaos related to the unrestrained counterfeiting of property documents. A report entitled "Looting Land in East Jerusalem," Harrods newspaper. Forged documents and fraud operations were normal in lands linked to Jewish settlers. Lawyer Allegra Bashko. Had the Palestinian sold his land? A rare acknowledgement by the uprooting and ethnic cleansing mastermind Moshe Dayan as follows: "We came to this country where Arabs had settled in, and we were building a Jewish state. Jewish villages replaced Arab villages. You don't even know the names of these Arab villages, and I don't blame you. Geography books don't exist anymore. Geography books are no longer existed, as well as these Arab villages. And nowhere built in this country was, but originally had a population of Arabs."